Where you at, mes amis? This is HD, the Harvest Disseminator, bringing you a review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Super-Skrull Build-A-Figure, part of the Fantastic Four 2020 wave. Let's get this guy together. So without further ado, let's chop him up. So hey guys, I'm actually retracking here. I will show you the figure being built here in a moment, but let me just give you a quick biography of this guy. He is the Super-Skrull. So listen y'all, the Skrull were first introduced into the Marvel comic universe in Fantastic Four #2. That was back in the 1960s. So the Skrull invade the Earth, and of course the Fantastic Four take care of them and actually turned some of the Skrull, Mr. Fantastic does, into cows. Alright, so humiliated, defeated. You fast forward to Fantastic Four #18, and the Skrull are pissed and they create the Super-Skrull. So with the Super-Skrull, man, they combine all of the different powers from the Fantastic Four, right? So they're gonna give you know, the Super-Skrull you know, the stretching ability of Mr. Fantastic. They're going to give him the flame ability of the Human Torch. They're going to give him the strength of the Thing. And in fact, he's more powerful and stronger than the Thing. And of course, they give him the invisibility power of the Invisible Woman. So they combine all four of the Fantastic Four's powers, and they maximize them into this one Super-Skrull. So they invest all of this time and energy and resources into developing this guy. And what we find out at the end of the comic book was, of course, it's like, well, how in the hell are the Fantastic Four going to defeat this dude, right? So what's going to happen is he's actually being powered by a power source from the Skrull planet. And of course, Mr. Fantastic finds a way to obstruct that device, becomes utterly powerless, man, and they defeat him. But of course, he will make a return in Fantastic Four #32. The Skrull send this energy source back to the Super-Skrull, and he's revived. But again, he will be defeated because it is comic books, and we love this stuff, right? We're like, how the hell are they going to defeat this guy? And they, of course, pull off a way to do it. It is revealed that he actually has a name. His name is Clerk. And he's going to have his own series eventually, and he will appear in a plethora of different comic books, be that Nova, Captain Marvel, the Hulk, even Doctor Strange, Moon Girl. So the list goes on, right? Miss Marvel. So this is a legit character, man. I actually like him a lot, and so I'm kind of pleased to have him in my collection. I'm very pleased. Granted, you know, he is a Build-A-Figure and he's the size of a regular figure. I know a lot of people would probably want to army build with this guy. And man, to get multiple versions of this dude, you have to buy multiple waves of the Fantastic Four. So I'm going to assume that Hasbro will release the Skrull again, possibly in the 2-pack. Maybe with the Kree. We'll see what happens, y'all. But yeah, overall, I am pleased to have the guy in my collection. Now, let's build him. So again, we are looking at the Super-Skrull Build-A-Figure. I'm gonna put this guy together. We're gonna look at his alternative hands later in the view. So I'm gonna put him together with his his normal arms, excuse me. And so and I'll probably use this head sculpt with him smiling. So here is the torso of the figure here. Of course, the heads came along with the thing here. So let's snap that on. like so. So there goes his head. We'll take his left arm. I should just pop in. Yep, I heard it snap. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get this bad boy to rotate and bend down. Yep. All right. Excellent. That's that, y'all. Let's get his right arm in here. There we go. We heard the snap. That's the hinge. The hinge ain't cooperating so much. We'll have to loosen that up a little bit and mess around with it. So there go his arms there with his head. And all we're going to do now is just snap in his legs. Shit, which aren't coming on that on that easy, y'all. So I'm going to go off camera to snap these on, okay? All right, those legs weren't the easiest to put on, but that also means that they're going to stay on and they're not going to come off very easy. Like that Onslaught Build-A-Figure, man, that dude's legs come off real easy. So I'm glad that they were hard to put on, actually. I wasn't that difficult, just had to like force them on a little bit, but they are there to stay. Here he is all put together, y'all, standing here before us. We have the alternate head down here along with the alternate arms. Let us take a look at the body sculpt as it is right now, and we'll look at both of the head sculpts while we do this. So the head sculpt, you know, I do like the little cuts down here under his mouth, very comic book accurate. You know, same thing with the alternate head sculpt. So I think the head sculpts came out really nice, man. To par perhaps with She-Hulk and Doom in terms of just like how well they're sculpted. So those came out really nice. I like the ears. The ears came out really dope. The little helmet around his head, you can see from the back there. Hold on. See from the back there, you have the little helmet. Okay, so the ears, just all the way around, man. Just really, really nice. I like the smirk on his face, the smile. Just a normal face is good too, just kind of like in a relaxed pose, kind of grumpy, kind of mean looking. So yeah, the head sculpt is nice. You do have these two little frame points here coming off of his costume on the shoulders. You know, I'm not a big fan of these really thick abs right here on the side, because it doesn't really let his arms rest to the side very naturally. With this, perhaps they can make longer pegs that go in. That way he could relax his arms a little bit better to his side. So as it is, his arms kind of stay out, fray out to the sides a little bit. So I do like the contrast with the paint, man. That's all done very nicely. It seems like to be a piece of plastic that's glued on in order to get the shoulder pads there. His gloves are painted on right there. You can see that. You have that darker purple to distinguish from the lighter purple. So those are his gloves. His legs, very muscular. I'm sure all of this stuff's reused. I can't pinpoint where it's from just looking at it right off the top of my head. So there you go with that. Yes, you do have a swivel here in the boot. So you have darker purple for his boots as well. So, you know, the body sculpt's pretty basic, but it looks really good. And so I really like that. You have these muscles up here in the shoulders here. Let's just go through his articulation while we're here. He can look up that high, look down that low, full 360 with the head, of course. With his arms, they can go up. Whoops, snapped out. They can go up pretty decently high. All right, so that's good. You will get the 360 if you go off to the side a little bit right there. You have upper bicep swivel. Bam! Double jointed elbows, which are really nice, man. Check that out. You will have the waist swivel, of course. Man, he can bend really far down. I like that. He can bend pretty decently far back as well. Let's see, yep, hinges also at the wrist, and of course those swivel. He can get a pretty wide split there. I like that, man. He can kick pretty decently far forward. A little bit back. Of course, his legs comes off to the side a little bit when you do that. So if you just keep it to a side, they go back that far. You do have the upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot swivel, ankle pivoting. His feet go that far up. that far down, so the articulation is pretty good. Again, my biggest critique with the articulation would be that his arms stay kind of roughly up there to his side. And yeah, just longer pegs I think would be or might be a solution for that, to let his arms rest a little bit more. Okay, so that is his articulation, y'all. Now let us take these arms out. Now look, it came out real easy just now. Okay, there we go. You're just gonna make his arms go all the way up, and if you do that, they should come out pretty naturally. All right, I just had the thing right in his head. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's peg these in. All right, you heard the pop. There we go. Pop that one in. But you will have the upper bicep swivel. Even with the hand here, you have a double jointed elbow, which is nice. Does this one have it? Bam! Double jointed elbow right here. Put them up, guy. Put them up. Put them up. That looks real nice. Let's get the alternate head on there so we can take a look at that too. Bam! That's that. That looks really good, man. I like that a lot. In fact, I might display him with his hands just like that. But you can see, you know, the powers being manifest of both the Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic. So let's see, man. Where did I put this arm at? Or is this going to be as long as this one? Not quite. Not quite as long. But still, you get the idea. Okay? And then, of course, right over here with this one, you're going to have the thing. And I'm not sure where the Human Torch is being manifested in all of this, man. But perhaps you could use this piece right here and stick it over there like that to show a little bit of, yeah, that fits on there real nice, man. Some of the Human Torch's power being manifest. So that's cool, man. These alternate arms, man, are really, really dope. I like that, man. That's nice. So that all looks good there. So yeah, man, that's pretty much the figure in its entirety. Now let's take a look at how he stands in. And our dear friend, the Super-Skrull, will stand in at roughly 6.5 inches. For a Build-A-Figure, he is relatively short. In fact, he's not even the tallest figure in the wave. An inbox character is taller than him. Well, two of them are taller than him, really. So, but nonetheless, I can still appreciate the figure. He does look good. Here goes Onslaught. And again, when I said about Onslaught Slave, man, you just kind of like twist it a little bit and bam, that comes off, man. Way too easy. So when you're taking pictures with this guy, man, he tends to want to fall apart on you. And of course, we have the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure over here on our right. Here he is scaled next to the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure and the Kingpin Build-A-Figure, which of course are towering over him. And here he is scaled next to the Walmart exclusive Thanos. And we have the most recent Marvel Legends Adam Warlock. I did make some modifications to this figure. I took the cape from Brother Voodoo. And of course, I took the Infinity Gauntlet from our main man Thanos there. I would like to see, Hasbro did make a more classic Infinity War Adam Warlock. I don't have that figure. I don't intend to ever buy that figure just because simply I don't like how he looks. So it would be good if we can get a new King the Conqueror, another updated one, rather than that Ares Wave one that we have. And of course, an updated Infinity War comic book based Adam Warlock with the Infinity Gauntlet. Give us the Infinity Watch Wave, man. That would be great. I'd like to get a little Pippin in my collection, man. That would be off the chain. So here he is scaled next to some cosmic figures. So with the Build-A-Figure, we did get a total of 7 figures in the wave, and I'm going to rate them starting at number 7, and I think Reed Richards wouldn't have in any other way because they're kind of running toe-to-toe for me for last place. So I will put Reed Richards at number 7. At number 6, I'm going to put Sue Storm. Here's the thing, y'all. This is a kind of a tough decision between Johnny and Grim over here. All right. I want to say that this is a superior body sculpt. All right. Being that I have it already, man, and being that I feel like the Walgreens exclusive was just a little bit better in terms of the paint detail, I think I'm going to put this guy right here at number 5. I will put Johnny Storm at number 4. All right. Why am I putting him at number 4 above Thing? Because we got a different version of him, all right? And I think that's cool, man. We did get a different version of Johnny Storm. So that's pretty cool, man. I like that. This might get a little controversial here. I'm going to put the Super-Skrull at number 3. Believe it or not, y'all, I'm going to put Dr. Doom at number 2, man. I know that might be kind of controversial to some of y'all. This is all my opinion, though, right? This is an awesome figure, man. Don't get me wrong. This is an amazing figure. You know, the body sculpt is very unique. A lot of new parts. A lot of awesome detail, man. So I don't want to like downplay Doom, man, because this is an awesome figure, man. He's running neck and neck with She-Hulk, man. But for some reason, she definitely, for me, man, just having her in hand, the articulation. Granted, she doesn't have double jointed elbows, you know, but nonetheless, man, just the body sculpt. I really love this figure, man. For me, she's really cool and really legit. So they're running kind of neck and neck for number 1. But I will put She-Hulk at number 1 for this wave. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this little get-together here on YouTube. Chopping up action figures, chopping up the Super-Skrull wave. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell. Give the video a like. And until next time, as we say here in New Orleans, laissez les bon temps rouler.